Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2020, and in today's video we are back in the high performance group H145, which you can see is already up and running here in a lovely NECAN 911 livery, once again courtesy of Mark Hamilton. Shout out to him for the amazing helicopter liveries that he makes for Flight Sim and for X-Plane. But today we are going to be doing a HEMS mission, which comes with the action pack for the H145. So everything is up and running. We already have an emergency call. I believe we are responding to some sort of fire. But yeah, so we're going to head out to the emergency location and pick up the wounded person. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump aboard. All right, so that we can see we have the mission programmed into our GPS. So we'll make sure everything is clear, which looks good. And let's go see if we can rescue someone that needs us. Okay, we'll just ignore the built-in ATC. They'll give up complaining about us in a bit.
H145-911, you are not cleared to take off.
Okay, let's make our turn out towards the city. There's the harbor in front of us. So not very far out. Obviously, it's not the biggest city, so we don't have too long of a flight to get there. And then once we get to the location, we just need to locate where we need to land, good landing LZ. And, oh, we might actually have to hoist. We do have a hoist on this aircraft as well. So we'll have to see once we get there, assess the situation, but we're pretty close already. Minutes. Don't see anything just yet. Okay, just under 2 miles to go. And it is slightly off to our left. Right, so if we follow this road, we should... there it looks like fire out there. does appear to still be on fire.
Caution, terrain.
Okay, it does seem to be in at least one emergency vehicle
Warning,
there.
terrain.
So that's an ambulance. I don't see who we are supposed to be picking up
Caution,
though.
terrain. Caution, terrain.
I think
Caution, terrain.
we are probably just gonna have to land on the other side behind the ambulance. Is there someone lying in the road there? I don't think so. No, it's just a
Caution, terrain.
glitch. So we'll come in and we'll put it down on this intersection here.
Caution, terrain.
Right, there we go. So they should get out and collect our patient. Okay, I do appear to have the low-res file on. Let's go and change that. Okay, it's changed the backlighting a lot already. Does it look like... Alright, it doesn't appear to have changed the actual thing. Maybe it's because it would have to reload the asset. So it would only work if we generate the mission again. Let's just change it back. I mean, the glow is pretty cool. Oh, right, this orange here is actually not the fire. I think that's just the flare. The fire is in there. So it is actually changing the fire. I was just looking at the flare. There we go. I don't know what those lines are. I think that's something to do with the smoke. Okay, I don't like the lines. Let's change it back. Right, here it comes with the patient. Right, he's back aboard. So we'll go back into flight RPM. And now we need to take them back to a hospital, which the mission is busy locating for us. There's actually one very close. There's one right there, so it should... Oh, it says select. So how about that one? Can we select that? Oh, that's not a hospital. That's why. That's a helipad. Okay. The blue ones are the hospitals. So let's take it back to this one right there in town. If I can select that. Life St. George's. There we go. Okay. Clear right. Clear left. Let's get this guy back to the hospital. I can see the flare already. Let's turn that off. I don't know if the one that's already there is going to disappear. You can see the orange in the distance. But at least for the next mission, we shouldn't have any flares. Right, just a minute to go. Now, the only thing with the hospital is obviously it's probably not going to be modeled in flight sim, so there isn't actually going to be a helipad there for us to land on, so we'll have to just make a plan. Oh, it looks like the flares disappeared. We'll just have to make a plan. There will be a space on the ground because in reality there is a helipad there. There just won't be an actual modeled helipad in flight sim, so we just kind of have to find a place that fits. Okay, it's probably going to be there by those big buildings. Because it was kind of in town, and obviously it's a hospital.
Caution.
And it's a hospital with a helipad, so it's a decent sized hospital. Is this it on the corner here?
Caution. Terrain.
Thought it might be there, but it's not. There's a gap there.
Warning. Terrain.
Huh. Yeah, I think we've gone too far. Probably shouldn't have turned the flare off. I forgot about the fact that there's no actual hospital there. I think that's it there. Or that's probably it that we're just flying over right now. Let's just go turn the flare back on. It will make life a lot easier. Don't see the flare at all. I think we're directly over it. Oh no, there it is there. And there is a nice space for us to land. when you don't actually have scenery there, the flares do make life a lot easier.
Caution, terrain.
Let's just hope that this is relatively flat, which it does look okay. Okay, we'll quickly go to idle. And that should trigger them to offload our patient. There we go. Now, obviously, in reality, it would be a hospital there, but he's just going to wheel him off into the bush. And then, nice easy ride for us back to the airport, where we will stand by for the next call. Oh, he's back already. Putting the stretcher in the back. Right, let's go back to flight. Completed our mission, and we'll quickly head back to the airport. Our base is down that side in that open area. So we'll come in here over the parking.
Caution, terrain.
Oops, we don't want to go on the grass. Alright, so there we are, arrived back at the airport. Not exactly perfectly straight, am I? But what we'll do now is we'll just shut down and go on standby for the next call out. But what I'm going to do is just skip forward. But what I'm going to do is just skip forward to us generating the next mission. Alright, so here we go again. We've got our second call. It is now pretty much evening. I mean, the sun's pretty much set. There's still a bit of light out there, so it's going to be turning into a night mission here fairly shortly. We have our next call, which apparently is a car accident, and this is a little bit more significant of a flight to get out to the location than we had before. But we are ready to go, so let's just go into flight and we will head out to the accident scene. Alright, so we clear left and clear right. We're going to take off into the wind this time, which we didn't do last time. And we will head out to the accident scene. Probably also do is sort out our lights. We do have a searchlight on this helicopter as well, but since it's a car accident, it's most likely gonna, well, it is gonna be on a road, but it's likely gonna be a road which already has street light illumination, so we're probably not going to need the searchlight for anything on this flight. We are full fuel as well, so we're a lot heavier than last time. Right, here we go. Go ahead and make our turn now. Flying into that sunset. Right, so we can get the autopilot involved here just to make life a little easier.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
are we gonna have to go over that mountain range in the distance? I don't think so. Okay, autopilot is dealing with the aircraft. So if we look here, we might. Yeah, okay, we're definitely gonna have to go over that mountain range. So we're gonna have to climb at some point anyway. So we'll start gradually gaining altitude. So if we end up in an area like this,
Caution, terrain.
we would need to use our searchlight. But I don't, well, mind you, we're actually there way up past the mountain range. So maybe it is going to be slightly rural. Okay, let's start picking up forward speed here. What I might actually do here is just intercept that GPS line, and then we can flip over to nav mode and get the aircraft just to follow the GPS. So let's go a little bit to the left. Some dark looking clouds on that side. Nothing too worrying though. And that is kind of where we are heading. Right, found the button for nav mode eventually. So yeah, we're definitely heading out of the city where everything's nice and bright. It's getting pretty dark. Oh, why are the strobe lights off? That's interesting. Oh, that was me fiddling with buttons trying to find the nav button. It does feel kind of hazy out there, actually. There's some cloud around, so that's probably it. We're not heading to that really dark area, so I think we're good for now. We've got about 11 minutes to go. Gonna have to do a little bit more of a climb here just to get over this mountain range. Okay, visibility is still fine. Little bit of haze. We are by the coast though, so I guess that's kind of to be expected. Still says 11 minutes. So we slowed down a little bit because we are climbing again, so that's probably why. Now definitely heading out into the more rural areas. No lights on here. One really bright light up there. That is. Oh, that's just the moon reflecting off the river. Oh, so look at the location there. We are right out in the middle of nowhere, so it is most likely going to be dark. I don't know what car crash is happening up there in the mountains. The synthetic vision here is pretty much the only reason why I'm quite happy flying this close to the mountains at night. But in any case, we're going to need to climb some more. We need to speed that climb up a bit as well. So this is actually a national park that we're flying over. Groendal Wilderness area. Oh, that was a significant wind change there over the hills. We're now up at 6,000 feet. Start turning our energy into forward movement as opposed to climbing now. It does look like we're at the altitude of these clouds. I don't know what keeps happening, why it's shifting like that. To just be the wind. I mean, the wind is pumping out here. Okay, time to go 5 minutes. looks like rain out there in the distance. We're actually going to go through these clouds, but I think it's fine. I mean, we're pretty much IFR at this point in any case. Definitely some turbulence here over the mountains. Obviously we are going through the clouds as well, which will contribute to that. But yeah, if you look on the horizon there, that just looks, some of those clouds just looks like that little wall underneath. I think it's raining out there. That one in particular you can see, and then all of these. But I don't think we're going that far. In fact, I'm pretty sure we aren't going that far. Got 4 minutes to go, yeah. So we're not going to have to go that far out. Now, since we're so out in the middle of nowhere here, I wonder, I mean, it must be on a road. So there should be somewhere for us to land. I mean, there is, well, we can see there is a road going out there. So should be a place for us to land on the road. Otherwise, we may have to use the hoist, which is doable. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, we can start reducing our altitude now. To be honest, I'm seriously considering flipping on the searchlight. So once we're other side of this cloud, we might be able to see more. Yeah, I keep seeing that light flickering there, which is, I think, is the emergency vehicle. Yeah, we've got to clear this ridge. I think those are the lights I was seeing, so it's not what we're looking for. Okay, I reckon we're gonna do the searchlight and let's put that to use. mean, it's probably not going to do anything right now because we're still a little high. Oh, there, the lights just came on. Okay, that's where we need to go. Oh, this is pretty sketchy being between these ridges at night. So radio altimeter says above 500 feet still. Right, there's the accident scene. I want to see if I can just get down so we can just light up the area with our spotlight, or searchlight I mean, so I can just get an idea of if we can land, or maybe we should just use the hoist, to be honest. See, there's the road off to the right. So if we come down, let's follow the road in.
Caution, terrain.
Got no radar now, so we must be more than 500 feet up.
Caution, terrain.
Okay, there we go, 400 feet.
Warning, terrain. Caution, terrain. Warning, terrain.
Okay, so we've got the auto hover on. That's saying 100 feet, and our searchlight is doing nothing. Okay, let's see if we can figure out why. Oh. Wasn't on. So I don't know what the switch up there did. Okay, so now we have a better idea of what's happening down there. Okay, so there's the... Alright, we got the 2 emergency vehicles. Do we even risk going for a landing? I think we should just hoist, to be honest. Like, we can shift over here and hoist our guide down onto the road. So why left and right backwards? And the up and down is normal. Okay, probably not the best idea having this searchlight on them like this. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, our auto hover is moving around a lot. Okay, there we go. That's nice and steady. I didn't quite get him over the road. That's what I was worried about. Okay, it's so hard to judge. In reality, this would be a lot easier to judge. Now, let's move over a little bit so when we bring him back up, so what does this switch actually do then? Is it still on? Oh, there's a small searchlight. That's kind of cool. Right, so we're just waiting for him to pick up the patient. Ah, there we go. Our hoist is going down. Oh, he didn't like walk all the way back here. He's just teleported. Oh well. let's dump this. Right, dispatch is just looking for a hospital. You'd think they probably would have done that. Oh, right, I need to find a hospital. So... look, probably gonna have to head back. You can do that same one that we dropped off at earlier. It's probably the best. Here we go. And we're going to want to gain altitude here pretty quickly. Yeah, we can also turn that searchlight off. Hope that our landing light is still on. Looks like it is, yeah. Okay, we're not quite on course at the moment because we're just going to avoid those peaks over there. So I must say, this is the first time I've done any of these missions at night, actually, and it is quite a different experience. In reality, though, I believe the crews use night vision. Although I don't know how that would work, because I mean, for now, yes, night vision would be great, but once you arrive at the accident scene, like those lights on the emergency vehicles, if you had like street lights and stuff, that would just blind you if you had night vision on. So maybe they just use it to kind of get to and from the place, and once they arrive there, night vision off, I suppose. Because yeah, that would be devastating if you arrived at a scene like that with all of those flashing lights and you had night vision goggles on. You can already see the lights of the city out in the distance. Yeah, we'll start a nice gentle turn out towards our destination now. But I mean, look at that, just having the city lights in the distance, what a difference it makes just to have something visual to aim for. Alright, so we're a minute out now, just over 3 miles. We've still got quite a bit of a descent. I think I can see the smoke. Oh no, that's not, that's just the light. Okay, never mind. Mind you, there was no smoke at the accident scene, so did I actually turn it back on?
Caution, terrain.
I'm not sure. Oh no, it's on, so we should have smoke at the hospital when we get there, which I am not seeing. Oh, there it is. I do see it now. Okay, so we're just coming around so we can land with the wind, or into the wind, I mean.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
See, now it feels like the wind is behind us, so now I'm confused with the wind indicator on the aircraft, because you can see the arrow is pointing straight ahead. Now, I thought the arrow pointed to the direction that the wind was coming from. Oh, let me just... Now I'm looking at wind indicators and not landing properly. Let's just get that right first. Okay. Right, and we'll flip over to idle. Come on. Okay, but this wind indicator... when we took off, it was opposite to the windsock, so I thought it was saying the wind is coming from this direction, so you land with the arrow the same orientation as the helicopter. But if we look at the flare, which is gone now, and how it felt was that the wind was coming from behind us, which is how I originally thought it worked, so that you would land with the arrow pointing down. So now I'm not 100% sure actually, because definitely the wind seems to be coming from behind us. Okay, so just offloading the patient, and then we will head on over back to the airport, and then we are done for tonight. Okay, so just waiting for the cabin to be secure. Right, so he's loaded the stretcher back. So that should be us good to go now. Right, and we'll head back to the airport quickly. And then that will be our shift complete. Yeah, still got loads of fuel on board, so the endurance of this aircraft is pretty impressive. We'll come in with our usual route here over the parking lot. Oops, quite an overshoot this time, which is almost what we did last time. Oh, not too terrible in the end. See if I can line it up a little better than last time. Since we are handing over to the next crew now, let's try and do it properly. Right, so what we'll do is shut down the engines. And while that's happening, we can turn off the landing lights and the strobes. We'll leave the other lights on for now. And then we would wait for the aircraft to shut down. But there we go, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. I'm really enjoying. If you watched any of my X-Plane stuff previously, I enjoyed the helicopter rescue missions plugin for X-Plane, and so having something similar in Flight Sim 2020 is just awesome. So really enjoying this. I must say the night missions are particularly challenging, so I'm super keen to get into doing more of those. But anyway, if you made it all the way to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do down below, and I'll see you in the next one.